Previously on Impact Wrestling. Now why do we leave Jake standing? You see, this is family. Jake is family. Now see, Jake, what you have to understand is salvation, it's not for everyone. The olive branch will not be extended to all. And this can be your family. This can be your protection. I can baptize you in the holy water of change.
The entire locker room really wasted a fantastic goodbye on you, didn't they? You have all the tools you need to be successful in professional wrestling business, but you don't have what it takes to make it in Impact Wrestling. You don't have loyalty. Because when things get hard, you tuck your tail between your legs and you run away.
Important things.
Yeah, we got some important things. We got moves. We got Chris Bay.
Yeah, Moose going for the spear. Oh, he's got Swan. Swan's legal. Got him. Moose is sending a statement to Dreamer and Swan. Is this a vision of things to come?
Welcome, sports fans. Impact Wrestling begins with a preview of the unique concept coming our way February 13th at No Surrender. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. The concept is an 8-wrestler triple threat revolver match. It begins with 3 wrestlers in the ring, and as one is eliminated, a new one fills the vacancy until a winner remains of the final 3. It's an interesting concept, D'Lo Brown. Do you agree?
It is definitely an interesting concept. It's one that's going to keep every competitor on their toes and guessing. No one has distinct advantage and no one has disadvantage.
8 wrestlers prepare to fill the ring. 7, here comes the next. New Ohio, Trey Miguel. Now the winner of the triple threat revolver match at No Surrender goes on to become the #1 contender to the X Division title. Essentially the next in line to face the winner of Rohit Raju and champion TJP. Now D'Lo Brown, if that man happens to be Trey Miguel, what does that mean?
Well, I think gives Trey Miguel a decided advantage. If he navigates his way through the revolver match and then can beat some of the top contenders against the title, it sets him up nicely for whoever wins between TJP and Rohit Raju.
Boy, let us not sleep on the other 6 wrestlers in the ring. Let's talk about each and every one of them. Each and every one of them have a clear path to the #1 contendership for the X Division title. Start with Josh Alexander and Blake Christian. Blake Christian, a young wrestler, 23 years old, only 4 years in the sport. And D'Lo, recently we've heard a lot of talk about like message boards, Reddit and 4chan. The wrestling message boards love young Blake Christian early on.
Yeah, he is the talk of the internet. Him getting an opportunity is what the fans are clamoring for. This young man has been around just for a few short weeks, but in that time he's impressed some of the officials, and most importantly, he's impressed you and I.
Ace Austin impressed with himself, and we can talk a lot about Ace Austin, but I do not want to miss a chance to talk about Josh Alexander. Beware the quiet man, 16 years of pro, stands 6'1". He's a lot taller than a lot of the X Division wrestlers, and his namesake means something. It's a symbol of strength in scriptures and texts all around the world.
You know, Josh Alexander is one of those guys that you better not sleep on because, yes, like you said, beware the quiet man. He is the one you need to worry about. He keeps walking straight forward, straight at you, like a buzzsaw of professional wrestling.
Nice snapmare, tag made, tag into Trey Miguel, comes in a unique way. Nice tandem offense there.
Oh,
Down onto cover, smart.
Very smart of Trey right there. Kept wrist control, and it floats over, goes into Fujiwara, and now into a short arm scissors.
Big strong quads of Ace Austin there. Throws the kick, just as I say that, right into a reverse atomic drop.
There's this new aggression I see with Trey Miguel since his return back to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, he might have been too aggressive there. He missed the move. Tag now to Chris Bay. Leg sweep cover. Chris Bay, who will also turn 25 years old at No Surrender. Often says, how come no one's talking about that? It's the drop kick in the mush, suicide on his way in.
Well, Suicide got the blind tag there. I don't think Bay was aware of it. But yeah, Chris Bay is one of the young up-and-comers, and
Whirl head scissors send Chris Bay down onto his shoulder blades, up near the rope, suicide in. Left-handed. And a full, I'm sure you can if you will, reverse. Bay switches his weight for the reverse up and over his suicide, who is quick. Former X Division champion.
the athleticism being displayed. Oh, that hurt. The athleticism being displayed right now by all men in the drinking bar is just off the chain.
Cover. Far leg. Able to engineer the escape for Chris Bay. The suicide now stops. And I think now we can all kind of empathize with what it's like to have our nose and mouth covered, trying to do anything. Now imagine trying to compete.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And here, I wore a mask one time, full disclosure, in a wrestling match, and I could not breathe. I don't know how these guys go out there and compete at the top level for 15, 20 minutes like it is nothing. It is amazing what these athletes do.
Willie Mack, a 15-year veteran, takes a pro here at Ace Austin. Tell Chris Bay, you are legal. Ace Austin has something interesting with the personality. We can expand on that as the match goes on, as Chris Bay looks for reprieve, instead runs back into the fight. Even Chris Bay had me fooled there. I thought he would go to make a tag, but instead he tried to inflict damage to me.
Yeah, I thought Bay was going to do his own thing and tag out there, but he went back in for that last little strike to make a more seamless transition over to Daivari. Oh! God.
The heavy hands of Daivari echo the weight of this evening. Good Brothers defending the title. Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann contract signing. It's a big night.
Yeah, Daivari is heavy-handed, and that's like 2 blocks of cement hitting you across the chest and the back.
Nicely done there. Big clothesline. 22 years of pro. Daivari, former X Division champ, rolls Willie over. Cover here. Is it enough? No.
That's a very strong clothesline there by Daivari. It turned Willie Mack inside out. Now Daivari keeps capitalizing on it, just putting those heavy boots right to the upper base of the spine.
Left-footed stomps by the back of the head. Daivari controls his opponent. Tag made to Chris Bay.
God, look at those chops. And Bay comes in just being finesse. You had Daivari who was heavy-handed, and Bay kind of just floats in and lays a thud on you.
Cover here. Not enough. D'Lo, which is a better style, for lack of a more subjective term? You know, that heavy hand or that finesse?
I've always had a combination of both. I've had that heavy hand, but then I finesse at times. So I think whatever you find that is your best for your wheelhouse, that's where you stay.
Big strikes there. The big quadrants. Being a star.
Hey, whenever you get your moment, take it. Own every moment in the ring. That's what Bay's doing.
Talk about Ace Austin here, that low base, that strength. That definitely makes him a very different caliber wrestler in the X Division.
You know, that core strength and that low quad strength gives him the stability of a heavyweight, but has him in the body of an X Division guy, so it helps him with leaping and jumping. And look at Blake Christian tag himself in right there like, hey, I belong too.
Look at that. The young man wants to eat. Fair enough. I like that. And perhaps that's what, you know, the new wrestling community is falling in love with Blake Christian on.
No, he definitely is like, hey, I belong there. Look at that. He hesitated. Drop.
1, 2. Nice. Look at that. Christian didn't wait. He went right to a hold.
Yeah, maintain that control, and that's smart right there. He was losing control of Willie Mack, and he backed right back into his corner so his partners could help him out. Very good thinking by Blake.
Now the pace will change with Daivari. Look at where he takes it, right to the middle of the ring and completely grinds everything to a halt. That is smart, D'Lo Brown?
That's smart. That's what you call wrist general. keeping Willie as far away from the ropes or his partners as you can.
Now this triple threat revolver concept, to me it's unique, but there's an advantage here. If you're the last guy coming in the last three, you only have to survive like two other opponents. Imagine being the first guy into the whole thing.
Yeah, if you're the first guy in, that's a long road to hoe. And right here, look at Daivari jumping up on the second rope. Jared King Long.
Willie Mack now rolling through. Daivari flat on his back. The triple threat revolver match, February 13th at No Surrender, where the winner will go on to become the #1 contender for the X Division title. Tad May, Blake Christian, Tad May, Trey Miguel.
Wow, Trey's like a house of fire rolling here. He has elevated the pace of this match by 100%.
Trey Miguel will lead wrestling into a new generation. He started when he was 14 years old. Take nothing away from Blake Christian, though. Kick bump, back heel kick, reverse through, hip disconnector, and still not enough from Trey Miguel.
Look at Trey go. He's throwing together 2, 3, 4. I'm on my 6th or 7th move now he's done.
Take a breath. This move reminds me of guys like Eddie Guerrero and Great Muta, but Trey kind of sits up with it, making it his own, and Chris Bay, speaking of making things his own.
Chris Bay's letting everybody know, hey, I belong in this match too. Don't sleep on me.
Talking about Josh Alexander, your Northern Lights realizes that, and Daivari and Bay team up now to take Alexander out.
Oh, double suplex.
Oh. Alexander was able to kick his legs and take over the lighter man first, and then still hold on to the heavier guy.
See, that's an amateur wrestling leverage, knowing his hip placement, knowing his angles, able to get that double suplex there.
Great counter into the ankle lock. Is it enough here? Lays with it.
Oh my goodness! Wow, Blake went on 450 on top of Josh Alexander. What did I just see?
Oh! There is the veteran presence of Willie Mack, a man that has never been handed anything, almost had his career taken away from him, in fact, by movies.
And here's Willie Mack being deceptive for his size again, floating around this ring like it's nothing.
You look at the whole entire X Division, from the champ all the way down. There's so many different styles, different types of wrestlers.
Boom! And Willie tells you, he gonna hit that chocolate thunder.
Just like
Daivari's
that.
having none of that.
See, it's about timing, and Daivari has it over everyone in this match. Daivari has the most tenure in our sport.
There are times like this, for example, Daivari is probably laying in wait, looking over the apron, waiting for the opportunity to come in and strike.
Now, D'Lo, you're remiss. We haven't given the proper respect to Rohit Raju. Can you enlighten us?
Rohit was a guy who was struggling and trying to find his way. He's part of the Desi Hit Squad. Members left for various reasons, leaving Rohit here. Then he found his stride and captured the X Division title, finding new confidence, learning how to become a champion, ultimately losing the belt, and now he's got a chance to try to reclaim what he says is rightfully his.
I think Rohit Raju elevated the title when he was champion, and TJP has just taken it to new heights as Suicide shotguns Chris Bay right out of the ring and focuses his attack now on Ace Austin. Ooh.
And here, Suicide is imposing his will in this match. He is trying to lay claim to a spot to become the #1 contender for the X Division title.
Went after the youngest competitor in the match and paid for it. Blake Christian now out of the way from Trey Miguel. Suicide onto the floor. Blake Christian in, waiting for a jumping pump kick. Ducked. Oh, nice. He ducked. Look at Blake. Look at the way he just continues to keep in motion.
I am so impressed by Blake Christian. I can't tell you how gushing I am in gleaming of his talent. Let him go.
Springboard flatliner in for a cover. Deep to new stop.
I think Blake showed a little frustration right there. I thought he thought in his mind that was going to be enough to put Trey Miguel away. Obviously, it didn't work.
Blake hangs Trey Miguel on the ropes. Heavy shots.
See that Blake has got a plan. He's trying to execute a game plan, and Blake is going up to the proverbial high risk disc. What's he got here? Forward flip. No.
Yeah, you're correct to call it high risk because you saw there may have been an injury there, but adrenaline, I've said it before, is a great drug. Trey Miguel, kick, roll through. What does he have in mind here? There, that is, look, that's like an hourglass submission.
What is that?
Gets the tap out.
Wow, boy, it's a mic. Goodness, Trey.
Here are your winners, Suicide, Willie Mack, Josh Alexander, and Trey Miguel.
The high-flying style, the mat wrestling ability, and now the submission awareness. These are things that go together well. Perhaps we can call it Trey bien ensemble. That aside, as you see, all the eyes are on Trey Miguel, who sets the pace for No Surrender February 13th in the Triple Threat Revolver match.
Yeah, right there, Trey Miguel, letting the world know that he's not just a high flyer. He's not just an exhibition guy. He's a mat wrestler, submission specialist now. That puts him in a very, very enviable position.
Congratulations, Trey Miguel. You're looking great right now. You got all the momentum in the world, and I think it's rather convenient. When things are going your way, you're in such a good mood. The only question I have is when that all gonna end? When are things gonna get tough and you're gonna do the same thing you did before and flake out on us? Might not be now, might not be in 5 days of no surrender. Hell, you might just string us along just a little bit longer. But I know you ain't got the passion, and eventually you will flake out again. So you might as well save us all the embarrassment and just quit now. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Tilo, what do you make of that?
Those are very strong words from Sammy trying to get into the head of Trey Miguel. And Striker, there you see ODB, who's getting ready next. She made a return to Impact Wrestling last week. What's ODB gonna do?
Happy 50th birthday to my pro wrestling dad, Tommy Dreamer.
The big 5-0.
You mean so much to not only me, but the entire wrestling world.
Me and Eddie Edwards just want to say thank you for everything you do.
Birthdays are to celebrate life. You always say that, and I can honestly say that I celebrate the day you were born.
You're a sloppy mess of a man and very unprofessional, but somehow you were able to raise the most professional wrestler Brian Myers.
You may be known as hardcore to everyone, but to me, you're known as one of the guys with the biggest hearts in the business.
I'm forever indebted, forever grateful, and I love Tommy Dreamer.
Happy birthday, Tommy! You know what time it is. It's time to get lit and it's time to what? Bust it. Bust it.
Feliz cumpleaños, Senor Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer, happy birthday, big boy. Bam, and go for the gold.
Tommy, 50th birthday. We've been friends for half of that, 25 years, hard to believe. Honored to have you as a friend, honored to have you as a co-worker, and best of luck as you go out there, chase your dream. Terry showed you the way. Go out there and do it, kid.
The outpouring of love for Tommy Dreamer. And it's not surprising. You know the old saying, if a wrestler says, I love pro wrestling, the locker room will automatically shout back at them, pro wrestling doesn't love you. That's not the case for Tommy Dreamer. And going after a world title at 50, that's not unprecedented. Nick Bockwinkel did it. Terry Funk did it. Luthez did it just before 50. You think Tommy has enough in the tank to pull it off?
I totally think Tommy has nothing to take because he's got the heart and the desire and the will of this industry, of this business flowing through him. And if he thinks this is his last ride, if he thinks this is his last opportunity to become a world champion, I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to stand in his way.
Well, the business of the sport will take place tonight. We will have a contract signing for the title match at No Surrender, Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann. Also tonight, the tag titles are on the line as the champion Good Brothers take on Sabin and Storm, and the winner of that match will face the Private Party for those tag titles at No Surrender this Saturday.
Also tonight, we're going to be hearing from Cousin Jake and get his response to Violent by Design's offer to join the team.
One half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Kiera Hogan, with Tasha Steelz by her side, faces off with Nevaeh, and I'm sure Havoc will be lurking.
But next, more Knockouts action.
contest set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Susan and the Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo from Seattle, Washington, Kimberly.
Over a decade as a professional in the sport, Kimber has a great lucha libre background. I think that it's a unique element here in this division.
Yes, that shifting momentum and shifting body weight. And Kimberly is an expert at that based on, like you said, her lucha libre background.
A whole lot more than meets the eye. There's Kimberly, nearly perfect in the way she's built for the sport. Her opponent is built from an entirely different mold.
Her opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, ODB.
With 20 years of service for the sport, a four-time Knockouts champion, a one-time Knockouts tag team champion, ODB has mocked the system and shattered stereotypes for so long.
ODB, one of the most unique individuals, not only in the knockout division, but in professional wrestling. She gets in your head. She has these antics. At the end of the day, flat out, she's a damn good wrestler.
Absolutely. ODB trained by the legendary Eddie Sharkey. And for those that don't know that name, that's the trainer of champions. Please look it up. Names like the Road Warriors and Bob Backlund and Rick Rude and Jesse Ventura and Jerry Lynn, who we saw a couple of weeks ago here. Having that Eddie Sharkey training, I mean, you can't touch that.
Look, if you came out of Minneapolis in the 80s and the early 90s, you were trained by Eddie Sharkey. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
See now, Kimber has to have 3 heads confer with her to figure this out, and nothing's even happened yet.
You know, they had a little confab on just ODB, and now maybe it's a resetting of the game plan?
No, but I have to believe that Deonna Purrazzo with the Knockouts title over her shoulder is well aware of ODB. And Kimber is almost the wall between the two. She's the wall between Deonna and everyone in the Knockouts division. We saw Jazz and Jordan coming hard last week. It doesn't end.
Yeah, no, Kimber's the heavy hitter. She takes care of Deonna's light work, so to speak, and puts herself in a position where you have to go through her to get to Deonna Purrazzo in the Knockouts Championship.
You know, ODB hasn't even broken a sweat yet. Just as I say that, the action begins to pick up. ODB baits Kimber in, ducks the line, blocking the punch. ODB shaking it off there. Kick to the gut is caught by ODB. Nice split stab by Kimber.
And then just a thud of a boot right to the upper chest.
We talked about in the first match, Daivari, those heavy hands. Daivari also came out of that Eddie Sharkey namesake, that tree. ODB hits hard as well.
ODB can put a thud on you in a heartbeat. Everything she does is heavy-handed and with cruel intent.
AEW thing begins to blossom. We really get to see what it's all about. A lot of the wrestlers want to show the world, as well as the other wrestlers in the locker room, this is what you're in for if you happen to cross my path.
Well, it's a competition. You're not only competing as the person you're in the ring with, you're competing as someone anonymously in another locker room, showing, hey, this is me. This is what I got. You want some, come get some, but I don't think you want any.
Yeah, it's like a driver on a busy freeway racing the oblivious cars. As ODB gets reversed by Kimberly, it's the lower base coming into effect there. Kimber charged in, got caught with an elbow. ODB now changing her height. What does she have in mind here?
Oh, this is the Dirty Dozen. We only got 2 of them out there. Oh, my goodness. Just the impact of ODB's head on the canvas, just whiplash effect.
Cover, arms clasped, just the one. ODB up and out, reaching for the ropes. Kimber takes advantage. We've seen Kimber do this before, like a leg full Nelson, a modification on a Lotus lock.
Look at what your body is not meant to bend like that.
Look at that, though. Outside of rolling back on the shoulders, I don't know much of a counter for that hold.
There's pretty much no other way to get out of that other than to force your opponent's shoulders down, and hopefully they break on a 2 count, releasing you in the process.
It resulted in ODB being at a lower base than her opponent, trying to break her down, but Kimber from on top remains dominant. What whatever it was a moment of reprieve, and how about that? Kimber does not allow ODB to get out of the gate deal. This has to be smart. If you let ODB get back up to her feet and start throwing hands, you're back in trouble again.
Yeah, well, you don't want ODB standing up and getting her base because that's where her power is. But if you keep her on the defensive, you keep the attack going, you get ODB but on the back pedal.
I'm a big fan of boxing, and the question is always the boxer versus the puncher kind of thing. And Kimberly does not want this to turn into a fight, does she?
No, she wants to be more of a strategist and more technique. The last thing she wants to do is go toe-to-toe, blow for blow with ODB because I don't think she can win that fight.
Add that into the equation of Susan and Deanna out at ringside, and things do not look good for ODB. We'll find out more when this match rolls on. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. If you're just joining us, ODB on the move. Approach for momentum. Big shoulder tackle puts Kimber down. ODB now getting going here. Momentum building.
ODB coming with a full head of steam right there. Kimber slides down the corner. What's ODB got going on right now? And ODB saying, I'm one dirty.
Cover here, two, no! You saw Deanna pop up into the picture.
Yeah, Deanna was worried right there. ODB had great leverage in that cover, but it shows the core strength of Kimberly how she was able to power out of that.
Kimber rolling to her knees, but ODB right there. Kimber with an elbow to the gut to change the direction. Whip into the corner. Kimber in. Still not enough. Kimber is hurt, D'Lo.
Yeah, Kimber is rolling, is rearing right now. She's hurting, and there's a dirty dozen.
She's got to make sure she gets set in before the referee starts his 5 count. Chest press, hips are hooked, 2, no!
Oh, I thought
nice
that was it.
done.
I thought that was it. You got to give credit to Kimberly. She's showing a lot of intestinal fortitude by continuing to kick out with this heavy offense by ODB.
Yeah, I think this match is a great example of the Knockouts division, cross-legged jawbreaker there by Kimberly, and how the style is evolving almost week to week.
Week to week, minute by minute, match by match, these knockouts are constantly evolving and upping their game in every match.
Yeah, nice placement move there by Kimber. You saw it was an effective impact move, but it also had a double meaning, almost when you play billiards or pool and you have to bank, what is it, 9 ball? I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is that she placed ODB, and while I was talking, ODB took care of it.
Yeah, ODB places Kimberly right in the middle of the ring, just flat in the middle. Look
at that. Susan the 8 ball, and Deanna the champion, and here come Jazz and Jordan. They were watching. It's what we were talking about.
They go right after Deanna Purrazzo. It looks like they're even in the stakes here and make sure there's not a disadvantage. What's throwing a shoe?
Honestly. Well, Jazz and ODB have a long history, and ODB even said it last week. A lot of us are coming back.
Susan just threw a shoe. I'm sorry, man.
It looks like Jordan and Jazz, though, are taking care of Deanna and Susan. Do not forget what brought us here, though. ODB and Kimberly. Referee trying to maintain order. ODB smart, getting a reprieve, and decides to give a little something.
just dive in on top of him and go, get out of my business.
Now ODB back. Wait! Kimber was laying in wait! She got her!
Wow, what a great bait and switch.
Here's your winner, Kimberly.
Wow, D'Lo, they often teach you that not to be a hothead because you lose sight of what's going on. Kimber was the one that laid
complete all her energy out on the floor, and as soon as ODB came back in the ring, just hooked her for the 1, 2, 3.
Still to come tonight. Tag team titles are on the line, and of course the big contract signing. But right now, let's check in on Johnny Springs.
All right, hit me. Can't. Why not? You gotta place a bet first. All I have is this cookie.
Ew, is that a used cookie?
Gently used. Yeah, we can't accept that. Why? Because the Midnight Mare has a strict policy, cash only at Swinger's Palace.
Is there a problem here, Daddy? I'm the muscle, too.
This gentleman here is out of money.
Hey, if you're on a Skrizzatch, there's the exit that way, Daddy. Hit the bricks.
Wait, can I get a loan or something?
Like that, Daddy?
Yeah.
Fat chance, fly-by-night. Swingerellas. This way, Daddy.
Wait, what are you doing?
Hold on a second.
Wait!
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, not the cookie! Not the cookie! Not the cookie!
So you single?
I'm Alicia Edwards.
Oh, I'm Terry Taylor.
The Red Lobster. Starting off the year 2021 victory against ODB. This is great. I'm so proud.
What is going on?
What?
That was chaos. That was not good.
What's wrong? Kim got the victory.
I got a win. Jazz and Jordan and ODB.
Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying, but Jazz and Jordan, it's just a desperate ploy for relevancy. And Jazz and ODB want to come back to Impact Wrestling. They want to relive their glory days. This is the age of the virtuosa, and it's not going to happen on my time, okay?
No, that's not good enough. Someone needs to talk to their management.
It's okay.
Someone needs to talk to their management. I'm going to go talk to Scott.
Why?
This will be a 6 knockouts tag team match at No Surrender.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on, Kim. I'm wearing thin. Something needs to be done about this.
Okay, hold on.
Marona Mikiana says.
Well, here comes Cousin Jake, a wrestler who has a lot on his mind, a lot on his career. He's at a crossroads, Steve.
Well, he's at an awkward position. Jake's court. He needs to figure out what he's going to do.
I really thought I had it all figured out. I mean, I was here with Cody. We were the Deaners, and we were rocking. We were ready, and now here I am. Cody joined Violent by Design, and I was great, and now I see that there's another path, and I could be with my family again. It's just never the way that I thought it. It's never the way I thought it would be. And I know I have a choice.
Looks like Eric Young said, the time for talking is done. I want an answer. I want an answer right now.
There is Eric Young in the front, Joe Doran in the back, and that man to the right, that is Cody. That's the cousin.
That's the man who betrayed Jake, started this whole thing rolling downhill.
A lot of athletes can look back at like a watershed moment in their career when they made a decision or made a play or got traded to a team, whatever it is. Perhaps this is the moment for Jake Deaner's career, for Cousin Jake's career.
Well, Jake has got, like I said, a big choice in front of him. It's either join Violent by Design or not, and well, I don't know. I don't want to find out what happens if he doesn't. Look at the heater, Joe Doring, right there. Look at him.
You don't look at him, you look at me. You've had time to think about this, and I hear your words. I feel your voice. I can see that you're starting to understand what's going on here. I can see that every fiber of your being is telling you what the right answer is. There is only one answer here, Jake. Open your eyes. See the truth. Be the real you. Be the best version of Jake. This is the moment where you take ownership. You take control. You take back your life.
You know, that vest is an Perhaps the towel in his hand represents where he's heading?
You know, they say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I stand for something. I stand for Jake something.
What he...
Got your answer.
Well, that's a firm no, I would believe.
I love it, man. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. I like it.
Right there, he fell for a huge clothesline from the heater until Dory. And there you see Diener slide in the chair to Eric Young. It's a shame to what they did to Rhino several weeks ago. We haven't seen Rhino since.
That was on Rhino's ankle.
No, Joe!
You want this?
Yes!
Okay. This is family business. You made the wrong choice, Jake. You made a mistake. The biggest of your life. You and Diener at no surrender. And he ends your sickness for good.
There are those that do this for money. There are those that compete for championships. There are those that just do it for the legacy that they'll leave behind. What the history books write about violent by design will be on an entirely different level.
I think as far as violent by design is, as Eric Young says frequently, he wants to cure the wrestling business of the sickness that he believes they have. And that might be an example of it right there.
Let's call it like it is. TJP, when I was X Division champion, you couldn't beat me. I gave you drive. I gave you focus. I gave you purpose. And you had to turn your monster manic. Well, now I turn to mine, Shira. I've known this man a very long time. You know our history. We go way back, and I trust him to have my back. This Saturday, at No Surrender, there will be no mercy for you. And finally, I will become two-time X Division champion. And that title,
The following announcement is paid by All Elite Wrestling. We are at TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm with the owner of the Jags and the owner of All Elite Wrestling, Mr. Tony Khan. Tony, in recent weeks, we have seen Impact arrive at Dynamite, AEW Dynamite, and just last week we saw Kenta of New Japan Pro Wrestling attack Jon Moxley. Fans have been talking about the Forbidden Door now being open with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tell me, Tony, the Forbidden Door?
I thought you'd never ask, Tone. I'm so glad you asked, because everywhere I go, people have been asking me for months, Tony, when are you going to open the Forbidden Door? When is New Japan going to come to AEW? And I kept telling them, I don't know where the Forbidden Door is. I don't know what it is. And then I figured it out. All along, the Forbidden Door was me. I'm the Forbidden Door. I just had to open myself. And that's come from being here with you, Impact Wrestling, doing these paid ads. I've learned so much about myself. And I've opened myself up to new experiences. And look at all the great things that have happened. We did a great rating for Dynamite this week with Impact people there. We had people from New Japan. Who knows who's going to be there next week? One thing I do know is that the Forbidden Door has been open, and I can't wait for this week's main event. Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite. One of the biggest matches ever on Dynamite. Falls count anywhere, anything goes.
Tomorrow night on TNT, the TNT Championship on the line. Darby Allin defends against the bad boy Joey Janela. Chris Jericho and MJF will look to shut the Acclaim up. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson take on Pretty Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi. Pack goes one-on-one with the Hollywood Hunk, Ryan Nemeth. Yours truly will have a special interview with Sting. The Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament will kick off on the U.S. side when legit Layla Hirsch takes on Thunder Rosa. In the count anywhere. Anything goes. The AEW World Champion Kenny Omega and Kenta team up to take on the IWGP U.S. Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and Lance Archer.
And before tomorrow night's main event, Kenny, I just have to say to you, thank you. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Don Callis. Nobody ever expected me to say that, but thanks to you two and everything you've done in AEW, you've opened me up, you changed me, and you've opened the forbidden door. You've opened me up to these new experiences, and I love it. I want to do more big ratings. I want to have more people show up. Let's do this every week. I can't wait for tomorrow night. And Impact, since you're the ones that started this whole thing, I got something special for you. I'm going to show you the forbidden door swings both ways. And try to get some sleep tonight.
It's Wednesday Night Dynamite, 8 o'clock, 7 Central tomorrow night, and only on TNT.
Chris Sabin. Cowboy James Storm, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You guys are decorated tag team wrestlers multiple time. Tag team champions, don't get me wrong. We realize that you're good, but one thing you're not is the Impact Tag Team Champions. No. One thing you're not is the Machine Gun and the Big LG. One thing you're not is the Good Brothers. And what we're going to do right here tonight, it's a personal issue. We're going to do our most favorite thing in the entire world. You know what that is? You know what that is? Beat up Storm and save it! That's what we do best! That's exactly what we do best. America's Most Wanted. Beer money. The Motor City Machine Guns. Like you said, Carl. The most decorated teams in the history of Impact Wrestling before the Good Brothers showed up. We came. So tonight, Chris Sabin, James Storm, it's going to be the exact same thing that happens in No Surrender. The exact same thing that's going to happen to Private Party with Matt Hardy, the Hardy Party. It's going to be 2 in a row. It's going to be a double helping. And you know what it's going to be? That same old recipe, Machine Gun. A magic killer, a 1, 2, 3, and a just too sweet.
Gosh, these guys have recipes. They even have a book available at TNSmania.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a one-fall contest. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tasha Steelz, representing Fire and Flavor, one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Kiera Hogan.
Knockouts Tag Team titles have certainly caused rift among friendships, relationships, professional partnerships, but it really seems like Fire and Flavor are taking full advantage of the opportunity.
Since Fire and Flavor have gotten together and they've become Knockouts champions, both have become more confident, both have become more adept in their in-ring presence, both have become better tacticians in the pro wrestling ring.
Have to do that against their opponents here who have been hot on their trails. The titles are the prize.
Opponent accompanied to the ring by Havoc from Defiance, Nevaeh.
If you haven't figured out by now, the name is Heaven spelled backwards, and I think it's
two sides of the same coin. She's angelic in one sense and a little demonic on the other sense. These ladies are in trouble.
Here we go, singles action. Nevaeh against Kiera Hogan. And of course, Fire and Flavor won the tournament finals at past event Hard to Kill. They took the titles in a match against these two right here, having an event. Then a celebration was, how do I say this? Turned upside down, is that the nice way of saying it? I mean, D'Lo, you have a lot more truth than I do. I don't know. Take it.
It does take good to realize that was pretty bad. Fire and Flavor Fest wasn't the best thing, but thank God it's over with.
Kiera and Tasha are certainly very chatty. They're going to need to focus on Nevaeh. She's been around. She's well trained.
Ooh, gosh. She's a heavy hitter, too. And, ever since Kiera and Tasha won those Knockouts titles, Havoc and Nevaeh have been following them step for step. They feel they were wrong. They were wrong in the finals, and they want to get retribution. They want to bring home those Knockouts tag team titles.
Nevaeh, nice use edge of the ring there. Sliding clothesline, leg is hooked, and Kira out on a one, shoulders off. Kira up off the mat. A lot of fight left in Kira Hogan. Backslide.
Great leverage move there by Nevaeh. Backslide for a 2 count. Crazy. This young lady is a great tactician.
Covered there by Nevaeh. 2. Kira holding the back of her head here.
Good leverage on that pin attempt there by Nevaeh. Firmly putting Kira's shoulders flat to the mat and then putting all that weight across her chest.
Yeah, well, you can see the difference. Well, you can also see the nice warm-up, Impact warm-up suit that Tasha's wearing. Did you get one of those?
Hey, I did get one. I got another one in order, too.
And just like that, ooh, she's also wearing, like, are those like Jordan Retros? Like Air Force Ones. Those are nice. Cover here. I guess being the champ, just a one, has its perks. Those are like $500.
Hey, when you're wearing the gold, you're getting the big check. So apparently she's spending on sneakers, getting high fashion. Right now, Kira just talking trash and taking advantage, taking over in this match here.
Kira getting her breathing going, using the bottom rope for leverage, and it's incredibly smart. Look, Nevaeh is taller than her. There's nothing Kira can do about it, but Kira realizes that she can outsmart her.
Yeah, I mean, using that bottom rope for leverage, stepping up on it, giving yourself an extra foot lift. Now Kira can get that foot right in the middle of her throat and maximize the impact on her.
Oh, hard knife edge knee, and Nevaeh closes in the distance. Quite vocal is Kira. Nevaeh, though, with the schoolboy, the push through. Nevaeh had something else in mind. She wanted her opponent to come up onto her knees. Unique.
Yeah, Nevaeh with the innovative offense there, rolling Kira's momentum, rolling her through and giving that running knee strike.
This fight has been about the height difference here, and I think if Kira wants to be successful, she needs to use her speed. But Nevaeh now is starting to build steam.
And here's where the power of Nevaeh comes in. The match is slowed down to Nevaeh's pace.
Yeah.
Ooh! Ugly landing. That's got to be it right there.
2. Just out. Jessica Havoc pounds the mat, and Nevaeh, smart, going to a wear-down hold as Nevaeh understands she has the height and weight advantage. Havoc agrees.
Well, Kira rolled over, inadvertently exposing her back to Nevaeh, and Nevaeh capitalized on it. Now Kira is stuck in a precarious position.
It's amazing how different singles action is from tag team action, and it definitely behooves both teams for each wrestler to be great. Hang on. Here, thus the sum of the parts are greater.
Some of the parts may be greater, Striker, but right now Nevaeh is taking control of this match and imposing her will.
Right there, eye rake, and smart, a drop kick when your opponent can't see.
Great movement by Kira, blind your opponent, and then hit with a drop kick when she can't see. That's incredible thinking.
Is it enough? Is Nevaeh out? No. Kira slipped off almost.
You can see that the cover wasn't right, and Kira just slipped right off completely, allowing Nevaeh to get out the back door.
Yeah, well, Kira has been taking a beating, but she has been administering one as well.
Man, those are heavy forearms.
And from this position, the wrestlers are the same height, and just as I say that, they get back up to their vertical base, where Nevaeh has been enjoying an advantage.
Oh gosh, you can see the wear and tear on both these girls in this match. They're both exhausted.
Of Nevaeh coming into play for perhaps the first time in this match. A lax cover, not going to be enough, no.
That's a bad cover there. There's no leverage on the shoulders. Nevaeh had all her weight back over the hips, not over the shoulders. You can easily kick out there. Now, right now, Nevaeh is wondering, what is it going to take to end this match? What can she do to get the 1-2? Small package, 1, 2, kick.
Kira could not lock her ankles there. We saw that move gain a victory for Kimber early on. Their momentum, not the case here.
And look at Kira, completely exhausted right there.
Using up perhaps all of her energy, walking into the STO. Tasha senses it as well.
What the? Good. DQ, that's disqualification. disqualification.
The winner of the match as a result of a disqualification, Novea.
Oh, listen, that's big textbook in the rule book, right? An outside wrestler comes in and puts an amateur wrestler in a match, that's a disqualification. Yeah, Brandon Toll has been, having some heat lately. What are your thoughts?
It's good to see Brandon Toll stick up to his gun and be doing whatever he's supposed to do. We saw a third party come into the match, interfere, eat him straight off the bat, no leeway, done.
But what this doesn't do is give us any clearer vision to the animosities between these two teams. And with no surrender around the corner and rebellion coming later on down the road in spring, I think the Knockouts Tag Team titles are going to be a focal point. But I know a focal point of no surrender is the birthday of our good friend Tommy Dreamer. Let's hear what some people have had to say.
Hey, Tommy Dreamer, you fat, disgusting, worthless sack of
Happy birthday to my dear old friend, Tommy Dreamer. It's a big one.
You're getting a world championship opportunity. I want to wish you luck.
You're one of the most giving guys I've ever seen in the history of this business. You're one of the real good guys.
Apparently it's your 50th birthday, and to celebrate, you're going to get to go in the ring and have a shot at the Impact World title. And all I want to say, Tommy, is
Ain't no way you're winning that. And I really appreciate all you've done to give back to pro wrestling. Here comes Nick Jackson right here. He wishes you happy birthday as well.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Cheers, Tommy. 50 years old, man. Congratulations, man. Can't believe you made it to 50.
Tommy, holy crap, you're 50-year-old AF.
50 years old and the world champion. You feel like Hogan, 2007, 2005, because you're a much bigger mark than I am.
It's really great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we done? Am I supposed to keep putting them over?
Man, thank you for everything. Thank you for the encouraging words and the inspiration and everything you've done for us in our career.
Yes. Every piece of advice.
Everything, man. Thank you, and you kill it. You already know.
Happy birthday, New York, New York. All right, you did this a lot. A DDT, right? This DDT. What else did you do?
But I will say this. Thank you. I hope you get a job at WWE. That's true. I hope you get a job at WWE. That's also true. And you also drank Barbicide in WWE. I have no idea what the that was about, but I'll say this. For all the people that I know in this business, you are definitely one of the block. You're one in a million, and thank God for that. Can't wait to watch you croak in the middle of the ring.
I can't keep having this happen, okay? We just got crowned the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. Okay, thank you so much. But we got an issue with your officials. Brandon Toll specifically, okay? He's been in his feelings about the Fire and Flavor Festival, okay? We are your Knockouts Tag Champions. I lost to Havoc. She lost to Nevaeh. You know why? Because the common denominator, Brandon Toll been screwing us over, being in his feelings, and I want to know, what are you going to do about it, Scott? What are you going to do about it? Something needs to be unprofessional of him.
You know what? You two, you've been great. You've been great, and you have a valid point. So I'm gonna take care of this. That's enough of this with Brandon Toll. So I'll tell you what. What I'm gonna do is there's no way that Brandon Toll is gonna be your referee this Saturday at No Surrender.
Wait, what? What do you mean Saturday?
Yeah, because you're gonna defend the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. I mean, you said it yourself. You got beat. And you got beat. So how does Nevaeh and Havoc not deserve a match for the Tag Team Championships? They beat you both. So it's...
What? No. Brandon Toll screw us over.
Right. But you know what? I'm gonna take care of it all in one fell swoop. No Brandon Toll. And even if Brandon Toll was in there, he's not gonna be able to screw this up. Because Saturday, in your Knockouts Tag Team title match, it's gonna be no DQ. All the wrestlers are gonna have to do is count 1, 2, 3, or ring the bell when one of you taps out. It's gonna be great.
That's not hard.
You're bad. You're hot laying a bag. We'll take care of them. Go get ready. You just got a matter of days.
3 times already. We've already done this.
Let's go.
Scott, no. Scott, he's going to kick us out.
Man, I'm so excited.
Scott,
this is going to be great.
This is not what we asked for. This is not what we asked for.
With no surrender, just around the corner, we found our
ourselves in a tag team match with Decay. And even though myself, AC Romero, the biggest, the most dangerous tag team in Impact Wrestling, everything that I seen when I was locked up behind bars, when I was a caged animal, hearts, and you don't have it in your hearts to lay hands on a woman. But luckily, we found someone that will take care of Rosemary for us.
It is all about me, as usual. But what I really want to know, guys, is what kind of name is Decay for a team? I mean, disgusting. Isn't Decay that stuff that like gross people have on their teeth? Yeah, it's disgusting. Dentist is what they need, right? Yeah, maybe look that up for them. No, seriously, there's two of them, and there is a ton of them. Yeah, and if you take a good look at this team, or just take a look at me, yeah, you'll realize that come No Surrender, no one is stupid enough or freakish enough to team with you. So you and your bad breath don't stand a chance.
Guys, I'm so jealous that I won't be in the ring with you this Saturday at No Surrender. But old Caleb is ready for some action tonight. So any member of Tooth Decay that wants to slither on down to the ring, we can go ahead and get this party started early.
Would you fight that guy? I'd fight
right now.
Strong words from Caleb with a K.
Do it.
Silhouettes thereof. Rosemary on the left. The one known as Crazy Steve on the right wall. Tennille and her Aussie accent might want to poke fun at Decay. They are one of the most interesting factions in the last 5 years of our...
Lucky for you, Caleb with a K. We did find someone to play with us. The Shadow has a great number of dark creatures just waiting to be summoned to the front lines. And it happens to be past this one's feeding time. Welcome to the Hive, Black Taurus.
Did she say Black Taurus? She did. Rosemary said dark creatures waiting to be summoned. Ooh, that is Black Taurus from AAA. My goodness! Love the imagery. Now aligned with Decay. Most gods have looked like this, but go read the book of Exodus or books of Gideon and see what happens to them. But all that aside, this has to play into the mindset of especially someone like Tennille. This is Rosemary sending a message to Tennille and Decay, sending a message to all of Impact Wrestling. Decay saying that you don't think we can find someone to play with us? We found Black Taurus. Caleb, what do I do? Caleb wants no part of Black Taurus. When you hear me call him Black Taurus, the term black really reflective of what's in Taurus' soul. It fits perfectly within Decay. And on top of all that, as an athlete, Black Taurus. Did you see the power of Black Taurus? Lifting Caleb straight into the air, into a Samoan drop. Caleb has that camera bag that we've seen used before, but to no avail. Black Taurus beat Caleb to the punch. Yet Decay just shoots right up on everyone's radar. What a power display.
Here is your winner, Black Taurus.
To give this some semblance of order, sounds funny even saying it, Triple XL had their issues with Decay and Rosemary. Tennille injected. And now, Black Taurus changes
over yet, ladies and gentlemen. There still is so much to come. But my, oh my, at this moment, Liz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our night continues. At the end of it, Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann will have their contract signing ahead of No Surrender, as well as the tag team title match, and that's next.
You sure you want this cash or PayPal friends and family?
Look like I have PayPal.
Okay, fair enough. Look, I know things went off the rails last week, right? Not exactly what we planned. I didn't expect that idiot Kurt Owner to stick his nose in our business, but everything's the same, okay?
Things are not the same. They keep changing. And No Surrender was a singles match.
Stay the same, I promise.
But the deal was not the same. I want to get paid up front, all of it.
How about this? Half up front, half after we beat him.
After we win?
Yeah.
House up down. For the strip club. Let's get the car wash.
Sorry about your damn luck.
This match is for the Impact World Tag Team Championship, scheduled for one fall. Ladies and gentlemen, the challengers first from Leapers Fork, Tennessee, Cowboy James
Storm has given so much to tag team wrestling, and the majority of it has been given under this banner here. For James Storm to walk into tonight with this opportunity at this point in his career, D'Lo, what does he need to do to be successful?
What Storm has to do is summon everything who was part of Beer Money, summon everything who was part of America's Most Wanted, bring it here tonight, hand it off to Chris Sabin, and that way they get a chance at that World Tag Team title.
His tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
Well, for everything James Storm brings, Chris Sabin brings just as much. Universally recognized as now one of the best tag team wrestlers of the last 2 decades. He's held tag team titles internationally as well as here at home, or perhaps none more prestigious than the Impact Tag Team titles.
Chris Sabin fought back from 2 knee injuries. He's gone through his time as being part of the Motor City Machine Guns. He has come out better for the other side, and this man is destined to wear gold again in Impact Wrestling.
Now let's get the champions that stand in their way.
The devil lay in the distance. He's in your stairs.
Their opponents from Tokyo, Japan, the Big LT Doc Gallows, Machine Gun Carl Anderson. They are the Impact World Tag Team Champions. They are the Good Brothers.
D'Lo, our sport has seen flamboyant tag teams. Our sport has seen boisterous tag teams. But have you ever seen anyone the overconfidence, dare I say, the hubris that the Good Brothers have?
It's been a long time since I've seen a team that has exerted this much belief in themselves. They bring that it factor, and that's what transcends, and that's what vibrates around the world.
Here we go. Tag team titles on the line. One fall to a finish. Pinfall submission, the only way to capture the title.
You can see the intention right there on James Storm's face. He knows what this means. He doesn't know how many more shots he's going to get at the Impact World Tag Team title. So he's going to capitalize on each one.
Storm and Sabin, becoming affectionately known as the Beer Guns. Perhaps one is the 40 caliber pistol, the other is the 40 ounce of booze. But either way, what it's all about are in the hands of Brian Hebner, fitting officiant for this match with this magnitude.
Anytime an official is going to call it right down the middle, he's going to be fair on both sides. He's not going to let anybody get away with anything. That's Brian Hebner.
Small things to look for in tag team wrestling. The tag ropes. Wrestlers are supposed to hold them. Both feet on the apron make a tag. And also look at the positioning of the wrestlers that are on the apron. usually will move side to side and split the post in order to give their team an advantage.
Right here we start with a game of a little, just hold and counter hold here. Chris Sabin got the arm locked in and switches over to the head.
Anderson moves at a very interesting pace. Drop down there, forces Sabin to switch up his footwork, leapfrog, get out of the way, big arm trap.
And Sabin obviously is the quicker of the two, and he just used that to get that arm drag there. But don't sleep on the fact that Carl Anderson, he can move himself too.
Carl Anderson is what we call slick. James Storm is known as a brawler, but take nothing away from his good footwork and his utilization of his body.
Now, James Storm knows how to maximize every bit of who he is and put maximum force on his strikes.
So right here, cover here. Just the two. This is a mismatch. Cover here again. Smart. Right to my point. It's a mismatch having Storm in there with Anderson. I think the brothers want Gallows to be in there with Storm just based on the sheer size difference.
Yeah, I would. If that was my plan, I would make sure Gallows would be in there with Storm to kind of offset the strength.
Good tag team wrestling, keeping their opponent isolated. Long dragon twist. Snapmare assisted by the head. Reposition. Nice.
Did you notice the torque on that by Chris Sabin, that reverse arm whip on the arm into the mat, driving it down, twisting it at the same time?
Look what the challengers did there. They decided to maneuver their opponent away from his partner. Great tag team wrestling going on here. It's incites the big man to get in the ring. Things are starting to get good after this. TV timeout. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. This match for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles. The champions on the Good Brothers on the right side of the screen. The challengers, James Storm and Chris Sabin. James Storm just tagged in, and Carl Anderson is the one being worked over in the corner. Sabin, reversal, heavier James Storm in.
Right there, quickly Sabin following up that jumping elbow. Carl Anderson is really on the back foot right now.
Cover, two. Notice how Storm covered and faced Gallows. That way, if Gallows was coming in, Storm would see him.
That's why Storm, you can see, got up a little bit because Gallows could step in, and Storm got up off the cover and looked eye to eye with Gallows.
It seems the brothers haven't been able to get out of the gate.
No, they've been like really. Storm and Sabin have been taking it to him for the better part of 5 minutes now.
And they've been doing it with basic tag team fundamentals. Hasn't been anything fancy.
No, it's quick tags and working utilization of the 5 count and then double teams and just moving in and out. It's great fundamentals here.
We mentioned the tag ropes. You saw Sabin do the tag on the shoulder. Well, if Storm reached out to make a tag, he'd have to break the headlock, and he knew that Anderson would take advantage. So it's smart tag team wrestling. It's bending of the rules, but I get it. Speaking of bending of the rules.
And right now, here comes Gallows in, and he's what you call the stopper.
What did Anderson do to Sabin there? Look, he had thumped him in the eye or trying to pull off his ear or something.
It looked like he did something that skirted the rules. I'll tell you that. I didn't quite see it, but it was something that skirted the rules.
Now we talked about the mismatch before we went to break. Look at this mismatch in favor of the Good Brothers. Big LG dropping many elbows upon Chris Sabin. Cover here, James Storm realizes his partner's in trouble.
Those are 300-plus pound elbows coming flat on your chest repeatedly. Those are like cannons firing off.
Yeah, and they're timed. Every time you pick your chest up to breathe, the elbow comes down. They aren't just, out of nowhere erratic elbows.
And look at these body blows. Mike Tyson would love these.
Think about it. The elbows to the chest compromise the breathing. The body blows, bringing the hands down. It's a longer strategy for the brothers. I think Sabin and Storm would want to end this quickly.
Yeah, no, the Good Brothers are playing the long game, and what you're trying to do is cut the wind out of Chris Sabin, slow him down, get him breathing heavy and in pain, and then take advantage of it. See, even right there with Gallows stepping on Sabin, that wasn't meant to hurt him. It was meant to get his head and take more breath.
Specialist in hockey or the left-handed guy in baseball trying to get you out. Every member of a tag team brings something. Anderson brings something that Gallows doesn't have, and Gallows brings something that Anderson doesn't have.
Well, that's what makes great tag teams. They complement each other. What one doesn't have, the other brings to the table, and they work together to the yin and yang.
See this combination rear chin lock, side headlock. Anderson was again digging his fingers in where they don't belong. Those small little things that you might see on your screen.
And once again, those aren't the things that's going to beat you. They're the things that take you out of your game plan. While you're already hurt, just another thing to piss you off and get you out of your mindset.
Gallows using the suplex. Gallows 6'8", Sabin about 5'10", 5'11".
Just blubbering elbows, and then just followed up by a chin lock that's like a vice grip.
Yeah. See where Sabin immediately puts his hands. But there is Private Party and Matt Hardy. They will take on the winners of this match for the tag titles at No Surrender this Saturday.
You think Big Money Matt and Private Party out here scouting?
I've watched the sport enough to know, there's more here. Let's focus between the ropes, though, because we're falling into, I guess, what Matt and Private Party want. Talk about James Storm here. Carl Anderson reverses the whip. Storm on the move, off the ropes, momentum. And now Carl Anderson coming back up. Bang, atomic drop. Storm commanding the middle of the ring, going for a neck breaker there.
Do you see this quick fire offense by James Storm? You don't expect a man this big to move this quick. Oh, Skin the Cat, love this move.
Storm ducks the clothesline off of the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl head scissor, and all of a sudden, just like that, Gear Gun have added an interesting wrinkle to their offense.
Silverman secured by Sabin. A low ball by Storm. Cover. We're going to have no champions.
That's it, but why?
What is Private Party doing?
Wait. Let's hear the announcement. Literally ran in and touched.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match as a result of a disqualification, Chris Sabin and Cowboy James Storm.
Did Matt Hardy manipulate this?
It feels like a plan. It feels like Private Party to me were upset they got the line jumped on them, and Sabin and Storm got the title match. So they interjected themselves to get this match thrown out.
You went down there, you took initiative, and you took control. You seized it, you know what I mean? And you ensured that you were at the front of the line. Hell yeah. And that you are going to win the Impact World Tag Team titles. Yeah, that's what. And I want those titles. I want those titles. I want, especially after what the Good Brothers did to you. Yeah. Last week on Dynamite, they attempted to screw you in that Tag Team Battle Royal. Of course, it backfired, and we lost to some other nefarious cheating creeps, which we would never do. Obviously, we're above that. We're good guys. We're good guys. But I want those belts. I want those belts. I'm going to put a bounty on those belts. Wait, nope. Tony would not like the word bounty. That's not his vocabulary. I'm going to give you a bonus if you can get those belts. I want you to procure those belts. And you have extra motivation. Now that you eliminated those other guys, Sabin and Cowboy, now you are in the front of the line. Yes, it is your time to
Big Money Matt, it's an honor to have you back here in Impact. Boys, welcome.
We're driving those ratings to the roof here at Impact.
Yeah, hey, this is great. Love having you here. And Matt, I mean, you're a legend. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Hey guys, you got a great one here, but I think your boys kind of crossed the line here a bit.
Whoa!
We got a better. They just ruined the main event.
Scott, they're just children. They're just kids. They were just in the heat of the moment, you know.
Hey, look,
I promise this match is gonna be so great against the Good Brothers next week with them.
Yeah, I know it. I know it will. I know it'll be great, guys. I'm super excited to see. But here's the problem, man. You get it. You've seen everything. But now the problem is, now the Private Party spoiled the party for Storm and Sabin. I've got a problem now because now Sabin and Storm are going to be trying to ruin your guys' party on Saturday, and nobody wants that. Right? You guys need to have a shot at those Impact.
Yes, we do.
So what we need to do is figure out how to keep Storm and Sabin from interfering. We don't want that. Hold on. Even better.
What you got?
There's no way they can interfere in the match if they're in the match. For the tag titles, it's going to be a three-way dance. That's a great idea, man. I'm excited to see this. This is going to be great.
Scott,
awesome.
Why would you do that? Matt. Do you know who I am and the kind of power I wield?
We beat those guys already.
What the hell? Great job, guys. Great.
Huh?
Matt, please Christ.
I'm appalled.
Is that our fault?
Striker, what huge news. The the Impact World Tag Team titles is no longer a regular match. It's now going to be contested as a triple threat match, and you know what that means? No championship advantage.
Absolutely, and also at No Surrender, the Knockouts Tag Team titles on the line. Fire and Flava defend against Havoc and Nevaeh. This time, Texas Tornado, all 4 wrestlers in the ring at the same time, no disqualifications. Number 1 contenders match for the X Division title. The first ever triple threat revolver match. Willie Mack, Daivari, Josh Alexander, and Trey Miguel. The winner of that match will be next in line to face the winner of
the X Division title match. Rohit Raju with Sheer in his corner versus the champion TJP.
Deonna Purrazzo, Kimberly, and Susan will take on ODB, Jordan, and Jazz.
My favorite team, the one of Triple XL, and they'll team up with Tennille Dashwood versus Decay.
Diener, with Violent by Design by his side, takes on the newly minted Jake Something.
Hernandez and Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona.
And then our main event. Everyone in the sports world will be watching. They're talking about it. Tommy Dreamer, on his 50th birthday, challenges Rich Swann for the Impact World Championship. All right, let's go to the ring where Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore is standing by for the contract signing.
Before we get to the signing, one fact that I'd be remiss if I didn't mention is that Saturday is a special night, not just because it's No Surrender and we have a World's Championship match, but that Saturday is also Tommy Dreamer's 50th birthday. And much like his hero Terry Funk, Tommy has shown that age is just a number, and we get to all be a part of that this Saturday. So Rich, this was your idea. You came to me, you made the proposal. So as requested, the honors are yours to start.
Rich, when all this started, I never gave you my answer. First off, as a man, I have to thank you, and I have to thank you. Because there is a bunch of men and women in the back that are way more deserving than I am. And I appreciate this. And I'm not going to take this opportunity, because every opportunity I want to seize. Because you have to understand something. It's all about history. The first time I ever won my first ever world title, I defeated someone who I was his best man in his wedding, Taz, to create my history. And then, when I won my second world title, I wrestled another one of my best friends, Christian, and I defeated him to create history. And I want you to understand, professional wrestlers I have ever seen do this. There are no holes in your offense, but there are holes in your defense. I know you got a bad leg, and I'm not going to hold back, and I'm going to come for it.
Here comes a man that has a rightful claim to the title. He never got his shot.
I understand Moose has a title shot lined up, but he's the one that said, I'm going to do some of my time, and Rich moved on. Rich moved on to giving the title shot to Tommy Dreamer. So right now, Moose needs to stand back and let Tommy Dreamer have his moment.
I rarely get angry, but the fact that this match is taking place pisses me off, because Rich, you promised me an Impact World title match first. Rich, you're supposed to be a fighting champion, right? You're supposed to be one of the best wrestlers in the world. But it seems like to me
you're taking the night off because you're wrestling a man who just turned 50 years old.
Guys, back off, relax. Rich, calm down. Moose, this is not your place. Stand down. Look, I'm not putting up with this, Moose. Be a man of your word. I gave you a shot at Hard to Kill last month, and you'll get it again. But if you get involved in this match, hey, you saw what I did to Shamrock, Moose. Look at me. You know me a long time. You get involved in this, you stick your nose in, I'll suspend you forever.
Scott, I have no reason to interfere in this match because I know I could beat both these guys. I mean, at Slammiversary, I proved I could beat Tommy Dreamer. And Rich, I could hurt you whenever I want. Come on, I'm the real world champion. You see this title I have? I'm the real world champion.
No, that's a thing of the past. This says Impact World Champion. Something that you don't own. Enough! Shut the hell up, the both of you!
20. A text message from Moose. Damn, I finally understood what you were talking about. I'm pretty sore. You're still a tough old man. I guess that's the way of you to say thank you. You see, let me give you some more truth. Before you came out here each and every week looking like Mr. T joined the MIB, this company was going to cut you loose. Yeah, you got it. And just like Mr. T needed Hannibal, and just like Will Smith needed Tommy Lee Jones, you needed me to light a fire under your ass. And I've been damn proud of the work you've been doing. But yet you still don't get it. We are all united for our love and our passion of professional wrestling. And there is no hate. There is no badness. And maybe you don't understand, but there's badness in this world. I don't wrestle for money anymore. I wrestle to entertain people. I wrestle to help young men and women and a bunch of dreamers in the back. And I will continue to get knocked down, but I will continue to get up. And I will keep on fighting because somewhere 50 years ago, a dreamer was born. And I know there's a locker room full of dreamers in the back. As long as I have air in my lungs, blood in my veins, and my heart keeps pounding, I will continue to use my platform for good. And being the Impact Champion gives me a larger platform. Rich, I love you, and I want to wrestle, and I want to win that. And I want to spread good throughout this world. For 3 hours, I want people to forget about all the crap in this world. Rich, it's going to be an honor to tear it up with you. I accept. And I will leave this ring with you, united for our love of professional wrestling and love for this damn business.
Ink has been put to paper. It's now official in 4 nights at No Surrender. The Impact World title is on the line. And like you said, Rich Swann cannot look past Tommy Dreamer. Now he has to look eye to eye with Tommy Dreamer, but Bruce is still in the rear.
In 4 days, it'll be impossible for Rich Swann to look anywhere else than straight across the ring and go eye to eye, like you said, with Tommy Dreamer. With the Impact World title on the line.